Here I am at Warren, Kansas, on Monday, August 9th, 2021, waiting to see Big Boy 4014 coming into Kansas City. "53 cars and one engine." Bells.
The big boy stopped in Edwardsville, but I went east of Edwardsville to film it in action again. The crossing activated when I least expected it to. And this was before the E-Pacific Steam Engine Twitter page confirmed that the big boy had left Edwardsville.
False activation or something? It's this freight train. There it goes.
This westbound mixed freight was led by 7514, an ES44 AC that had stopped short of the crossing to let the big boy pass. I went to the other side of the tracks to see the big boy steam by.
Go.
I will.
I see a headlight, I see smoke. through the HDR stack.
.4014 needed all of those old covered hoppers to be a braking force. This is because .4014 is so heavy. It has used empty cars for extra weight ever since it was removed from California. The freight train still waited after Big Boy had left so people could clear the line. This train was slightly longer than the one before it, but still only needed one engine. On August 10th, I went down to Union Station to see the Big Boy on display and saw these gondola cars too. The Big Boy was being moved just by SD70M 4015.
Finishing up, yeah. They've got it where they want it now, I guess. They said we get them all closed up, even all except for that one window, and then get out of here so everybody can get to see.
Watching up the cab for the night. So do they let it cool off and start a new fire in the morning?
They did have the Big Boy rolled back earlier in the day, but I couldn't get out at Union Station until later in the day. I spent most of the time down here talking to people, including someone from Florida who had a lot of knowledge about steam excursion locomotives, as well as Ed Dickens himself.
I just realized my camera's all of a sudden gone real blurry, which was the same way I filmed that Trackmaster Thomas Annie Corbell video. So I just heard from Ed himself that this train is going to go down on the Coffeyville sub and the passenger cars will be picked up in Parsons, Kansas. And he said to us to wait 10 minutes, he's got something good for us.
He gave me, my friend from Florida, and some other people these pins and a medallion. He said the medallion is given out less often. Mostly to crew members, people who have broken the rules, or die-hard rail fans like myself.
Of this panel removed on 4015, which apparently had the trucks repainted, and the green on the noses were painted too.
SD70M 4015 was built in 2000. Silver trucks were applied in July prior to the excursion. I do find it unusual that they picked this SD70M instead of 4884 or the recently repainted number 1979, which was also touring the system.
Howard Fogg generator car, the Art Lockman tool car, and the Lynn Nystrom tool car. The rest of the cars will be picked up in Parsons, Kansas, but it'll still get its freight cars before leaving Kansas City.
These 3 cars are on every Union Pacific steam excursion. And I noticed inside the Lynn Nystrom car, the large version of the 25 feet back sign. The car was last repainted in 1995 at Omaha. Since I was so busy talking to people, I didn't bother catching the freight trains. But I did catch quite a few in my next video. The Union Pacific steam locomotives get their fuel oil from this truck. The truck is not owned or operated by Union Pacific, but the driver is contracted with the Union Pacific Steam Program.